I need to ask you something. I'm 38 years old, from Tokyo. I work at a trading company. Same company for 15 years. I do overtime almost every night. Sometimes until 10 p.m., sometimes midnight. My salary is about 4.5 million yen per year. That's not much in Tokyo. I live in a small apartment, 1 hour from my office. I take the crowded train every morning, packed like sardines. When I see my university classmates on Facebook, some of them work for big companies like Toyota or Sony. Their wives don't need to work. My wife works part-time at a convenience store because my salary is not enough. My wife manages all our money. She gives me okozukai, an allowance, only 30,000 yen per month. For lunch, I can't go to restaurants. I buy a bento with a discount sticker at the convenience store. It's cold and cheap. We can't afford to have children. Childcare is too expensive in Tokyo. My parents ask me, "When will you give us grandchildren?" But how can I? I can barely support myself and my wife. Last month, my junior colleague got promoted. He's 32 years old, 6 years younger than me. Now he's my supervisor. I felt so ashamed. In Japan, age matters, you know? Being passed over by someone younger, it's humiliating. My company doesn't fire people easily. Instead, they give me no work. They ignore me. I sit at my desk, but I am invisible. In Japan, some people call useless older workers sodai gomi. It means oversized garbage. I feel like garbage in the office. And I can't even quit. There are jobs in Japan now, but only low-pay jobs. I have no special skills like IT or English. I am just a general office worker. At 38, no company will pay me my current salary. I'm trapped. I work hard. I follow the rules. I never complain. But I'm still poor. Why am I like this? What did I do wrong?
Let me ask you something first. Are you poor?
Yes, of course I am. In Tokyo, 4.5 million yen is nothing.
Compared to who?
Compared to successful people. My university classmates. People who made it.
I see. Let me ask you this. Do you have food today?
Well, yes. But it's just convenience store food. My wife and we can't afford to eat out much.
Do you have a place to sleep?
Yes, but it's a small apartment. 35 square meters. That's tiny for 2 people. We can't even have a proper living room.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
So you have food, shelter, and income. But you feel poor. Why?
Because I have less than others. I can't give my wife a comfortable life. I can't satisfy my parents' expectations. I can't even afford children. In Japan, a man should be able to support his family. That's the expectation. But I'm failing.
Now we're getting somewhere. You're not asking why you're poor. You're asking why failing expectations feels so painful. See the difference?
I'm not sure.
Let me show you something. Imagine you're at your office. You have your desk, your computer, your work. You're okay. Then your junior colleague walks by. He has a bigger desk now, a manager title. What happens to your desk?
Nothing happens to my desk. It's the same desk.
Exactly. Your desk didn't change. But how do you feel now?
I feel small. I feel like my desk is not good enough.
Right. Your desk is the same, but your mind changed. Your mind is now comparing, and comparison creates suffering. Not the desk, not the job, your mind.
But in Japan, comparison is everywhere. From school, we're ranked by test scores. In companies, we're ranked by position. Society ranks us by success. How can I not compare?
Yes, people compare. That's normal. But let me ask you this. If you never went to university, if you never saw your classmates' success, if you never knew about other people's salaries, would you feel poor?
Maybe not. But I do know. I can't unknow it.
True, you can't unknow it, but you can understand something. You think poor is shameful. You think success is everything. But who said that?
Japanese society says that. If you're not successful, you're nothing. That's how it is.
Did the sky say you are a failure? Did the trees say it?
No.
Then who said it?
Society. People.
Exactly. In Japan, you call it Seken, right? The eyes of the world, the judgment of others. You are not afraid of starving. You are afraid of Seken. You are scared of what others think. Success and failure, good and bad, rich and poor, these are just labels people created. Trees don't care. Birds don't care. Only human minds care.
But I live in human society, not in a forest. I need to follow society's rules.
Of course you do. I'm not saying society's rules are useless, but here's the question. Is the problem really your salary? Or is it expectation?
What do you mean?
You expected something. Maybe you expected to be promoted by now. Maybe you expected a bigger salary. Maybe you expected to be like your successful classmates. But reality is different, and that gap hurts. The gap between expectation and reality, that's where the pain is.
So what am I supposed to do? Stop expecting anything? Just accept being a failure?
No. I'm not saying that. Listen carefully. You can want promotion. You can want more money. That's fine. But don't suffer while wanting it. See the difference?
I don't see how that's possible. If I want something and don't have it, of course I suffer. That's human nature.
Let me ask you something. Imagine you are hungry. You eat your konbini onigiri, your rice ball. How does it taste?
It tastes okay. Even if it's cheap food, when I'm hungry, it tastes good.
Right. Now imagine you eat the same rice ball, but while eating, you think about your friend. Your friend is eating steak in New York. How does the rice ball taste now?
It tastes like nothing, like paper or sand.
Exactly. The rice ball is the same, but the taste changed because of your thought. Comparison kills the taste of life. You're hungry, you want food, you get food, you eat. Simple, no suffering. But with career success, it's different. You want promotion, you don't get it, and then what happens?
I feel ashamed. I feel like I'm worthless. I feel like I disappointed everyone. My wife, my parents, even myself.
Exactly. You add stories, you add judgments, you add shame. The want is simple, but your mind makes it complicated. Your mind says this is wrong. Your mind says you should be more. Your mind says you're a failure. But are you?
In Japanese society, yes, I am a failure. I'm 38 with no promotion, no children, small apartment. That's the definition of failure.
Let's look at this clearly. You have a stable job for 15 years. In this economy, that's something. You have a wife who stays with you. You have food and shelter. You're healthy enough to work until midnight. Is that failure?
When you put it like that, Maybe not, but society doesn't see it that way. My parents don't see it that way.
Society has its measures. Your parents have their expectations. But what about you? What do you see?
I don't know anymore. I'm confused.
That confusion is good. It means you're starting to question. You've been living by other people's measures. Society's measure, parents' measure, company's measure. But what's your measure?
My measure?
I never thought about that. Most people don't. They just follow what they're told. Be successful, get promoted, earn more, have children. But they never ask, do I really want this? Or am I okay without this?
But I do want those things. I want a better life.
Okay, you want a better life. But let me give you 3 choices. Choice 1. Keep comparing yourself to successful classmates. Keep feeling ashamed. Keep riding that crowded train with bitterness in your heart. That's one way to live.
That sounds terrible, but that's exactly what I'm doing now.
Choice 2. Stop comparing. Accept where you are. Find peace in your small apartment. Appreciate your wife's part-time work. Enjoy your konbini onigiri. That's another way.
That sounds peaceful, but also like giving up. Like becoming one of those invisible people, just waiting for retirement.
Then there's choice 3. Work for more. Try to improve your situation. Maybe learn new skills. Maybe find side income. But without shame, without comparing, without suffering. Just simple effort, like a fisherman casting his net. He doesn't suffer while fishing, he just fishes.
Is that really possible in Japan? Working without shame? The whole system is built on shame and honor.
The system exists, yes, but your relationship with the system, that's your choice. You can let it crush you, or you can work within it without being crushed. The suffering comes from the story. I'm not good enough. I'm a disappointment. I'm behind everyone else. Those stories create suffering, not the work itself.
But those stories feel true. When my junior colleague became my boss, when my parents ask about grandchildren, those moments prove I'm failing.
Do they prove it or do they trigger it? The story was already in your mind. Those moments just activated it, like pressing a button.
So you're saying it's all in my head? The shame is not real?
Your situation is real. Your salary is real. Your junior colleague's promotion is real. But the shame, the feeling of worthlessness, that's optional. That comes from interpretation, not from facts.
How is it optional? I can't control how I feel.
You can't control the first reaction. That's automatic. You see your junior colleague with his new title, you feel something. That's natural. But then what? You can feed that feeling. You can build a whole story around it. I'm worthless. I'm a failure. My life is over. Or you can just see it. Oh, there's that feeling again. There's that shame again. And let it pass.
Let it pass? In Japan, shame doesn't just pass, it stays with you.
Because you hold it. Have you ever watched cherry blossoms fall?
Yes, of course, every spring.
Do the trees try to hold the blossoms?
No, they just let them fall.
Right, and next spring, new blossoms come. Feelings are like cherry blossoms. They come, they bloom, they fall. You don't need to hold them. You don't need to build a house for them. Just watch them fall.
That's a nice image, but my shame feels different, heavier.
It feels heavier because you've been carrying it for years. Since university, maybe, or even high school. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not successful enough. Year after year, the weight grows. But it's still just a thought, just a feeling, not a fact.
So what do I do? How do I let go of years of shame?
You don't let go by force. You can't just tell yourself, stop feeling shame. It doesn't work that way. Instead, you notice it. Every time that shame comes, you notice it. Oh, there it is again. Like recognizing an old neighbor. You don't fight it, you don't welcome it, you just see it. And that's enough? When you see it clearly, without judgment, it changes. Not because you force it, but naturally, like ice melting in spring. You don't make ice melt, the sun does it. Your awareness is the sun.
I think I understand a little. But what about my actual situation? The small apartment, the low salary, no children. Those are real problems.
They're real circumstances, yes. If you want to change them, you can try. Learn new skills, look for better opportunities, maybe learn English, maybe learn programming. Many Japanese companies need those skills now. But do it from peace, not from shame. Do it because you choose to grow, not because you hate where you are. See the difference?
I think so. It's like two different energies. One pushes me because I hate myself. One pulls me because I want to grow.
Exactly. And you know what's interesting? The second energy is actually more effective. When you work from shame, you're always tired, always stressed. When you work from peace, you have more energy, more clarity. Your mind is free to think, to create, to solve problems.
That makes sense. When I'm stressed and ashamed, I can't think clearly. I just go through the motions at work.
Right. So maybe start there. Today, notice one moment of comparison, just one. On the train, at the office, wherever. Notice it. See it. Don't judge it. That's enough for today.
Just notice? That seems too simple.
Simple doesn't mean easy. Your mind has 38 years of habits. Comparing is an old habit. Feeling shame is an old habit. But habits can change, slowly, with awareness.
Okay, I can try that. Notice and see.
And remember this. What you call poverty is actually comparison. What you call failure is actually expectation. What you call shame is an old story. When you see this clearly, something shifts, not by force, but naturally.
I feel something different now. Not lighter exactly, but less tight.
That's your mind relaxing a little. That relaxation is always available. You just forgot. Now you remember.
What about my wife? What about my parents' expectations? Those are still there.
Yes, they're still there. But when your mind is less tight, you can respond differently. Not from shame, but from clarity. Maybe you have an honest conversation with your wife. Maybe you set boundaries with your parents. Maybe you find your own measure of a good life. All of this becomes possible when you're not drowning in shame.
That sounds hopeful. I haven't felt hope in a long time.
Hope is good, but don't cling to it. Just take one day at a time, one moment at a time. Notice, see, allow. That's enough.
Thank you. This conversation, it helped.
Remember, money and status come and go. That's nature. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But your mind can be free, even on that crowded Tokyo train. That freedom is always available, right here, right now.
I'll try to remember that.
And one more thing. When you stop comparing, you start living. Really living. Not in someone else's story, but in your own moment. That's where peace is.
Thank you, truly.
If this conversation touched something in you, leave a comment below. Share your thoughts, share your struggles. We're all learning together. And if you want to go deeper, subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button. Join our membership and you'll get a PDF summary of every conversation so you can keep these insights close. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep going and keep growing.